In a revealing and passionate analysis, former Spanish MotoGP rider Jaime Alguersuari has laid bare what many fans and insiders have long suspected: Marc Marquez was never the problem at Honda. Since his arrival at Ducati, Marquez has not only revitalized his own career, but also exposed the deep-rooted limitations of his former team's machinery, and in doing so, he's begun to redefine the narrative of the 2025 MotoGP World Championship. Speaking on the latest episode of the Fast and Curious podcast, Alguersuari challenged the notion that Ducati is showing favoritism towards the 8-time world champion. Instead, he made a compelling case that Marquez's extraordinary talent alone has been the game-changer in this season's title fight, not preferential treatment from the Italian manufacturer. The problem was never with Ducati's choices, nor with Honda's intent. The truth is simple: Marquez is different. His talent has reshaped the sport, Alguersuari said with conviction. According to the former F1 and MotoGP rider, Marquez's transition from Honda to Ducati marks more than just a team change, it's the dawn of a new chapter in the MotoGP narrative. He drew a powerful contrast between what he called the Honda Marquez and the Ducati Marquez, arguing that even though Marquez has spent only a fraction of his career with Ducati, the impact has been seismic. There are two Marquez riders, Alguersuari explained. One is the Honda Marquez, who gave 98% of his life to a demanding machine. Then there's the Ducati Marquez, the 2% version, yet even that tiny slice is enough to tear up the script and rewrite MotoGP history. Tracks once deemed anti-Marquez were never about him, they were anti-Honda. This stark observation offers a sobering indictment of Honda's failure to evolve. For years, the Japanese manufacturer relied heavily on Marquez's unrivaled ability to push beyond the bike's limits. Alguersuari likened him to a messiah on a motorcycle, a man who concealed the RC213V's flaws with pure grit and God-given skill. Honda never needed to improve their bike, he argued. They had Marc. He was their redeemer. He made up for all the weaknesses with bravery and instinct. No one else in the modern MotoGP grid has been willing to make that sacrifice. Marc gave his body, soul, and career. But Ducati has revealed what many suspected behind closed doors: given a competitive machine, Marquez is still very much a world-class threat. His results this season have erased any doubt about his ability to compete at the highest level, especially on circuits where he previously struggled. Left, right, rain or shine, it no longer matters, Alguersuari added. The issue was never the rider, it was the tool beneath him. Marquez's current success with Ducati is irrefutable proof of that. Even on more difficult weekends, such as his recent double crash at the Brno circuit, Alguersuari maintains that Marquez Spirit remains untamed. That was Honda Marquez, he reflected. The same rider who never stops taking risks. But now he finally has a bike that lets him do it. Alguersuari also took a moment to praise another former Spanish star, Dani Pedrosa, calling him the best MotoGP analyst out there. According to him, Pedrosa has a deep appreciation for the essence of Marquez's abilities and often shares brilliant, unpublished reflections via personal messages. He sends me thoughts that never go public, but they're incredible. Dani understands Marc completely. He sees the greatness, the uniqueness. Perhaps most striking is Alguersuari's belief that Marquez is somehow protected, not just by fortune, but by something intangible. He has something extra, he said. A connection, a luck, a force that saved him from serious injury after more than 1,000 crashes. That's not normal. That's Marc. To those who believed Marquez was finished, a relic of a bygone MotoGP era, this season has been a humbling reality check. Alguersuari contends that the 8-time champion never lost his touch. He simply needed the right machine to allow his true self to resurface. The idea that Marquez was done, washed up, that idea is gone now, he concluded. All he ever needed was a bike that matched his potential. Now that he has it, we're witnessing history all over again. This season has offered not just a sporting resurgence for Marc Marquez, but a philosophical one. Alguersuari's insight crystallizes a truth that has echoed in paddocks for years: Marquez's Honda tenure was both heroic and tragic. His move to Ducati has been nothing short of vindication, not just for himself, but for all those who questioned Honda's stagnation. Marquez's renaissance is more than a comeback story. It's a cautionary tale for manufacturers who rely too heavily on singular brilliance. In Ducati, Marquez has found the machine he deserves. And in Marquez, Ducati may have found a rider capable of making MotoGP history all over again. Beyond the technicalities and team dynamics, what we are witnessing is a rider reconnecting with his essence, fearless, instinctive, and razor-sharp. Marc Marquez's story in 2025 isn't just about lap times or podiums, it's about redemption through clarity. He no longer rides to prove something to Honda or silence his critics, he rides freely, finally with a machine that responds to his vision. As the season progresses, it becomes increasingly clear that the championship narrative has shifted around him. While Bagnaia remains a formidable teammate, the paddock buzz suggests that Marquez brings not only speed but also electricity, the kind that lifts an entire team's morale and resets expectations.